Money and input cruising through the airwaves. Transformers knowledge blast that never caves. Reviews so sharp they'll cut through steel. In the podcast world, they're the real deal. Jumping in the deep end, swimming with the best. Danny's got the info and she never needs to rest. Input's got the passion like a roaring jet. Together they make a mark you won't forget. Dynamic duo, never gonna quit. Taking over airwaves, super lit. Transformers podcast bringing the heat. Every single episode can't be beat.
I don't know why that was delayed, but welcome back to the State of the Transformers Fandom Podcast. It's me, Danny D, double D, and I'm with Mr. N dash to the B.
That was close. That was pretty close.
Yep.
90% there.
Almost there.
Did you put that what is going on in the thumbnail with my robot's hand?
I don't know. It's like
It's like a black blob. It's just like
part of the AI like whacked out shit. But I don't know. I just used that one again, but I'll find something else different. I ran out of image creators because I was doing all this other weird shit. Ran out of tokens. I was making like toys of myself to resell at a scalper price.
Yeah, scalp them, baby.
Want to buy my ass?
Yeah, scalp them. Put them up on eBay. Fucking throw them Grimlocks up there for $300.
Sold mine, but yeah, you've been good.
Yeah, I've been all right. It's been a long week, and the week's not even over yet. So we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, it's nice to be back doing our thing, and like I said, lots of planned for. Yeah, I got some holiday stuff we got planned. Be fun.
So we got the holiday stuff planned, and you for this holiday have a holiday special for only $2.99 a month.
Oh yeah,
going to December Christmas special. You can go over to OnlyFans for only $2.99 going forward a month. You until Christmas can deck the halls, I guess.
I don't even want to go there, yeah, but yeah, no. Deck the halls with I can't. But yeah, no, yeah, lots of stuff planned. Just having fun. But yeah, I decided to do something light because a lot of things right now. We'll get into the scalping part later, but I was just gonna say lots of things with these guys out there, aerial bots and Constructicons and figures that people know they can sit on and they'll want to sell for more later maybe. And yeah, just the G1 reissues. Like, I just wondered how you felt about G1 reissues in particular. Do you like to have the actual vintage stuff yourself, or do you mind the reissues? What's your comment on the reissue stuff first?
I don't really mind the reissues per se. What kind of bothers me is when they take the figure and they change the head sculpt or like the arm or something like that to make it more toon accurate.
Yeah.
Or they change the coloring to make it more toon accurate instead of more toy accurate, because it kind of defeats the purpose. Like it's almost like a revisionist history to me, almost for Transformers, right? And the other thing too that bothers me about the reissues, it's the same reissues. It's Soundwave, it's Bumblebee, it's the cassette, it's Jazz, it's Starscream. It's all the same stuff. And I understand that molds degrade over time. They may have lost the molds somewhere along the lines, but we know for a fact that Hasbro will buy figures off of eBay because they don't keep molds. They'll buy figures off of eBay just to reverse engineer what Takara did, 40, 50 years ago or whatever, just to make a new one. So, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to not reissue characters or figures or whatever that are more sought after. I mean, and then they kind of do it lazily too, like Optimus Prime getting reissued without a trailer.
Yeah.
And then they give the excuse of Optimus Prime would have been too expensive, but then they do a Commander class Optimus Prime for $90. It's, you know, because that's the whole argument. Well, if we reissue this Optimus Prime with a trailer, the G1 Prime with a trailer, then that would make the cost $100. And then a year later or whatever it is, you got Commander class Optimus Prime with a trailer at $100. So, you know, it's like, yeah,
AMC DJ.
what do you? It's like it doesn't make like it doesn't add
Especially
up.
Optimus Prime, they said like, you know, like he won't sell the trailer, even though he's like the most popular character for like, you know, people that aren't really deep into Transformers to buy. Like anyone that saw that for nostalgia might buy that near Christmas time or whatever time, holiday time. Someone like just in general might just buy that, and then someone might buy that for their kid because they used to have it. So that's an easy sell with trailer without probably at any price point really.
Well, and the thing is like, you know, when you're marketing those reissues, you're marketing towards, you know, 40s, people in their 40s and 50s and possibly even 60s, right? Who like who are collecting this stuff, who may have grown up with that stuff, you know what I mean? Like I don't see, I mean, I'm not saying there isn't, but there's not going to be a whole lot of, you know, 9-year-olds wanting to pick up a G1 Starscream and play with it. Like you're completely targeting the collector market, and you know, proof is in the pudding with in that case when you start doing reissues and they're based on the 86 movie colors. You know, there's, you know, like that's like releasing an action figure this day and age based on Big Trouble in Little China. You know, like nobody in their 20s is going to be into that property, you know. Like, so Optimus Prime should have been definitely had his trailer. I think just at a certain point, you know, the Beast Wars reissues, I think everybody had a problem with those because they were just lazily done.
Yeah.
You know, they did Wolfang,
and some of those did really hurt the market too. Like that brought that like original Optimus Primal's value down so low for a while. I don't know if it still is, but it like almost tanked it.
Yeah. And you could find those figures on clearance. You know, I was finding them finding them at Ollie's for like $10 to $12. Optimus Primal and Megatron and stuff for like $10 to $12.
I've seen Ollie's just packed with like pterosaurs and
pterosaurs and stuff. It's weird because they had an opportunity with Pterosaur to do a tune accurate Beast Wars tune accurate Pterosaur. You know, something that like the fandom has kind of been clamoring for forever and a day. And they didn't do it. They didn't do it with Pterosaur, but they did it with Tigatron. Which, you know, it's like, okay, why'd you do it with him, but you didn't do it with Pterosaur? And then the really weird decisions, like they reissued like Iguanus. Was it the Centipede one? You know, like they didn't reissue the Bat Optimus Primal, the Bat Megatron 2-pack. They didn't, you know, they didn't, I don't know what goes on in the minds of the designers at Hasbro, because this all has to be pitched to Hasbro higher ups.
Yeah, I know. It's weird, right? I know. And it's just like, it just gets burnt out. Like, you know, I bought all those like cartoon 86 versions too. And like, it was, hey Ma, it was kind of like crappy in the sense of like, yeah, you're not going to get the Grimlock or whatever. They don't have the mold. I know they've done these new like, you know, the Missing Link or whatever molds, but it's just like, it's just weird. Like, you know, it only goes so far. You get the Seekers, you get the Prime, you get the Hound. You know, it doesn't go much further than that, you know?
Right.
And kind of incomplete. You feel incomplete with the set, you know? It's fun for me to get, and then they changed because of the 40th anniversary. They had it all cartoon box art, which was kind of cool, and then they changed it back to the plastic front. So even that whole set doesn't even, when you put it together, it looks doesn't even look like it goes together anymore.
And I think at this point, everybody in terms of like a collector kind of has, in terms of G1, has what they want.
Mm-hmm.
And when you release something like Optimus Prime, Starscream, stuff like that, there's not a hole to be filled there with those characters, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
if you reissued Misfire, everybody would be all over that because not everybody has a G1 Misfire because he's he's so expensive, or highbrow or something like that, right?
Yeah, that's true. I also would say some of my favorite reissues now that I think about it are the Encore reissues because I got Sound Blaster, I got Skylinks. I know they're like from a different place, but you know what I mean. It just they were doing like a Blaster and Twin Cast. They were doing like more Japanese style stuff that they haven't done in a long time. Also a lot of people got that not Metroplex, but the other guy. Fort Max or whatever, they ended up getting that one, right? And it had cool eyes. It came with a sword. So there's some that I do like, and those, and they actually had the more Japanese style, or that kind of style artwork, right? I think they're from Taiwan or something, right? Or I can't remember, but
yeah, I think maybe going forward, if Hasbro wants to continue doing the reissues, maybe look into doing like Japanese exclusive reissues.
mm-hmm.
And maybe try to make it like a Takara Hasbro effort.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they did Fort Max. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
But now start doing, why not do Grand Max?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Grand Max.
He's $2,500 easy.
Oh, I know. It's crazy. It's so high up there. It's the one that,
yeah.
Art doesn't wants them, but it's crazy. And like, what's his name says right now? Again, it's the this is the kind of next little part is like the the scalping, like they're reissuing like the Grimlock, and people were selling that for like $350. I remember I sold one for quite a bit, but like I said, I didn't flip it. I didn't just buy it to flip it. I had an extra for a long time in the closet. He came out of the closet, Grimlock, and then I saw it was going for like $300. I put it up for a bit more and sold it. So I've done that time to time, but I usually don't just buy a figure out of the spite and go and flip it. Like I was saying earlier, like sometimes I buy a figure, can't cancel it. It's already been shipped to me. And then I find it in the store and I buy it, and then I try to cancel it on like Big Bad or Hazard Pulse. It's already being shipped to me. So then I usually sell it on Marketplace for a little bit more, whatever, because when you sell on there, I've had it $10 more for a Constructicon figure, and someone called me a scalper. So, but this is my Marketplace profile pic right there with the Megatron. So but how do you overall feel about that? Like you're because you're so out of that, like the actual like buying it now, anyways, right?
Well, yeah, as far as like the Hasbro stuff goes, yeah, but like, I still see it with like like the Mayfex stuff. I still see it on eBay. When they release a new figure, like Nightwing, the Hush Nightwing right now is like anywhere between $200 to $250, which is ridiculous because that figure when it came out, it's like $89.99, right? So, but I think truthfully, I mean, scalpers suck. Scalpers will always suck. But I think now we're starting to see whether or not because we can't afford it or whether we're just fed up with it or whatever, we're really starting to see like a decline in that idealism when it comes to scalping and people just accepting it and just paying whatever it is, right? I think we've gotten to a point now as a, I guess, like, I don't want to say fandom or community, collectors, right? Because when I say collectors, I mean everybody, whether you collect He-Man, Mayfex, Transformers, Ninja Turtles, statues,
Pokemon,
Pokemon, like whatever the case may be, right? Where we're starting to see is like collective, like collectors as a collective unit just being like, nah, fuck that, I'm not paying that. And I don't care if I miss out on it. I've got a house note, or I've got this, or I'd rather have this, that, or the other, or whatnot, right? We're starting to see that really starting to happen, which is good. Now, I think the flip side of that is that people get really excited when these companies reissue things, because not only does it undercut the scalpers by at least, anywhere between
See you later.
half to 70%, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I think the which is good, but I also think there are companies out there kind of taking advantage of certain things, right? I'll use Medicom again. Like whenever Medicom reissues something, they have to reissue it at the exact same price that it was, unless they change it, right? And that's a law in Japan. That's not something that they do. So that's why Medicom or Mafex will release a Batman that's the exact same mold but a different color, because now they can upcharge because it's technically a different product.
yeah.
But over here in the States, you'll see Hasbro take a $50 figure that was $50 a year, maybe a year and a half ago, and reissue it. Now it's like $60.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's really dirty as well, because you don't need to make the money back on the mold. You don't need to make money back on the sculpt and all that stuff. It's already been paid for.
Yeah.
So they could, but they know that people are going to buy it, because the aftermarket is, like you said, $250 for a Grimlock, an 86 Grimlock, right? So they re-released the G1 color Grimlock. And there are going to be people, that are going to try, and I saw this before, when they did Siege, Astro Train, when they released them in Siege, the last wave and everything, like people were trying to sell that boxed Astro Train for $100-$150.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like, dude, we're just gonna wait until like the Earthrise box comes out.
Yeah.
So I can see the people who kept the 86 one, the original 86 one sealed. I can see them being all like, but this is the original box. It's still worth $350 or whatever. And unfortunately, I can see somebody falling for that.
Yeah. That's true.
So I think at the end of the day, long story short, I guess, the scalping is a very it's a very scummy thing, whether it's the company that's scalping it, for an extra $10-$15, whatever it is, or it's an individual that's doing it, at $200 instead of $100. And I'll say this too, like everyone will point to eBay and say, well, the market dictates this, the market dictates that. There are things on eBay when it gets put up, you will instantly see, and I want everybody to go right now, go look at a figure that you can currently find on Big Bad Toy Store, and then go look at it on eBay. Somebody has it up for $200, $150, right? And people will not buy that figure at $150. Let's say classified Snake Eyes, the new one, like a new one just came out or is coming out, right? They'll put that figure up. It's after shipping and tax from BBTS is what, $35, $40. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be one on eBay that sits there for $150. And then the people who are willing to pay the $45 or $50 for that figure on eBay, those will start selling. Boom, 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 until that last one for $150 is the last one up.
Mm-hmm.
And then people start thinking, oh, man, this figure's worth $150. And they don't go to the sales side of it. They don't see that that Snake Eyes is sold anywhere between $40 to $50, and then people will start posting that same Snake Eyes figure, within 6-7 months, a year, whatever. They'll start posting it up at $150, $125, and then people will see, oh man, that Snake Eyes is really rare, and it's $150, and I got to get it because it's sold out on BBTS and all this other stuff, and the only way to get it now is $150. So then that one finally sells for $150.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, another thing that sucks too is like you said, like it's the instant. Like I know on like the Hasbro Pulse they limit it too. Like it's weird that they have a limitation on Hasbro Pulse for like some of the classified stuff, and it's like goes down to like you can only get 2 or 3, and then they're $60 for one guy, and then you just go and they're all sold out, and then you go look them on eBay and they're all for $150, $200, right? So those people just bought them to sell them. It's like
right.
It just gets tough, like I know capitalism for the win and all that, and I love suckering some stuff, but it's just I don't know, you get burnt out from it. And like what's with the limit of like 2? Like that just doesn't that encourage people to resell it like on Hasbro Pulse? Like how come I can buy 20 on big BTS, but Hasbro Pulse I can get 2,
Well, see, I think because BBTS will limit some things.
Fighter. Yeah, not everything, but some things are like extremely limited, which is odd, right?
Yeah, like a lot of their SH figure arts and stuff like that will be limited to 1. A lot of their import stuff would be limited to 1. But I think the reason why that companies do that is because they
it's weird.
They try to make it so everybody can get one that wants one.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to fight the scalpers and stuff because the collectible market, I guess if you will, has become pretty high commodity. You kind of see it in larger cities. Everywhere. Everyone's got a toy store. There's like 5, 6 vintage toy stores, 10 toy store, whatever the case may be, in like larger cities and stuff, right? So
I like the originals too. Speaking though of one thing before we go present this. I just heard the market crashed on this guy because this guy's coming out. So let's share that if I can. How do you feel? This is legit, apparently.
What is this?
Just that 86 sound wave, yeah. So I guess everyone sell your other sound waves now.
I mean, dude, that's what they do. That's what they do. Like, if anybody, I'm sorry to say, anybody who bit the bullet and paid $200 for Earthrise Walmart Soundwave or whatever, all yellowed out and everything else.
Yellowed out. Crappy
I at the end of the day, like Hasbro releases like 6 Transformer characters. That's it. Starscream, Soundwave, Optimus Prime, Megatron. Like Soundwave was always going to be redone, always. And then because we knew this because Soundwave, Siege Soundwave was shorter than that Earthrise blaster. So, and they even said that, oh yeah, someday we're gonna have to make one that's in scale with blaster. Like, okay, but
yeah, Calvin, we were saying the same thing earlier. Just like they only released so much. I know, and they said the same figures. This figure actually looks way rougher than I thought it was gonna be.
Pull up the bigger pictures,
like this, or
yeah, like the pictures out of package.
Oh yeah, that's.
Yeah, he looks in that picture, that first picture, he looks kind of like thick in the torso area.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, is it? And then like, what about the other? Is it all the same? Like, is it kind of the same? I guess. I don't know.
Are those cassettes just reissues or are they doing new cassettes now too?
Yeah, they look slightly different to me. No, I don't know. They look the same actually with the fold up back, but the Ravage looks almost different. The head, right?
Okay. Yeah, the head looks slightly different.
Yeah, hard to say.
So it looks like there's new cassettes according to Pat Cheetah. So
it looks slightly different, but I mean, they can't like the whole thing is like how really far can you go? I know maybe the color's just off because it's like a whatever type of picture, right? The light.
The cassettes. If the cassettes are new and the cassette. You can see through the buzzard cassettes. That is terrible. But I will say I don't think Soundwave looks bad.
No. I like it. Finally, the thing's off his arms. That's all I've been caring about. Like, frick, man. Like,
I think the chest might be bigger because the cassettes might be bigger.
Yeah, that would be cool. The figure's bigger, like yeah, that's true. But it's upscaled. Hey.
Yeah. And I'm assuming this is supposed to be a leader class because he comes with cassettes and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I said. That box, if we can find it again.
And he doesn't have hollow forearms.
Yeah, it doesn't look like. Yeah. Actually, the forearms are even put together. Yeah, so
so probably.
Yeah, I'm amazed at that. But yeah, that's probably says leader class somewhere on there, right? But yeah, it doesn't have Rumble. It doesn't have Rat Bat. So it just says studio. Yeah, I guess it does say the movie, but not true. Not true. 86.
Yeah, it says studio series, but it doesn't say 86 on the package. I don't see it. It
says the movie Transformers, the movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, wait. Correct me if I'm wrong. Haven't they been running with Transformers the movie 86 or 86?
Yeah, they kind of stopped that with that New Age of the Prime stuff came out. They just been calling it studio series, no numbers, and just putting the movie on there.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting. Sell your sound waves now.
Yeah, sell your sound waves now. If you want those sound waves to fund this sound wave, sell that sound wave now.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
I know it's funny. Where is it? 1 second. I wonder what happened. I'm close with all that shit attached to it.
E-Man's World of Geek says, I want a more modern Japanese anime mech style for Transformer figures, not so dissimilar from a Gundam or even Evangelion, along the same line as Kang or Dreamstar. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, kind of reimagine them like that. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
I like the birds better than the new.
Pat Gita says they look nice in quote unquote robot mode, but they look worse as cassettes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah,
you can see right through them.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Lurkun says I'll stick with Earth Spark if I had one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it is like it's a little market stuff too, right?
Well, it's interesting to see these companies kind of take the scalper approach, and be cheered for it,
Mm-hmm.
And then the scalpers be completely raked over the coals for it. And maybe it's because it's like the financial aspect to it. Like when an individual scalps something, it's an outrageous markup.
Mm-hmm.
But when the companies do it, it's like maybe $10. So then there's like maybe it's because there's the company is like saving people from spending an extra $100, but they still have to pay the extra 10 from what it was.
Totally.
It's interesting to see that. So
yeah, nice. But yeah, it's like I said, just a little. Let's get back into the groove. So lots of other stuff planned. Like I said, if you have anything else, anyone else, any ideas, leave them down in the chat, and let's keep rolling. Hopefully, we get some more heated, fun stuff coming up. But
heated, fun stuff.
Heated,
fun stuff. What are we talking about? We're gonna turn into Ghost Rider or something? What are we doing?
Yeah, well, we're gonna get Ghost on Halloween. We got stuff planned. So
yeah, boy.
Flavor Blade.
On Halloween, we're gonna talk about our favorite horror movies of all time.
Yeah, and how we got ghosted also. But
yeah.
Anyhow, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I hope everyone's been good. Like I said, hopefully we're bringing some more high energy and stuff. But we're just trying to get a little break there, so just trying to roll with it and stay here, coming up every week. So
yeah, I got I've been writing down some walk and talk episodes. I really enjoyed doing that one on AI and interacting with people, just kind of picking their brains and getting their thoughts and stuff.
That's cool. Did you post that on your channel?
Yeah. The first, I think that was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 weeks ago now. So
Yeah, no, I've been trying to do stuff too. I've been doing just shorts. I've been bringing in people. My watch hours are going up. Like I said, I got some planned next Thursday with Ultra Megatronus little tester. So I mean, like, you know, I'd like to do some of my other own stuff too. So I keep saying that. I film the Toys R Us closing. I still got to edit that video. I mean, it's just, I know it's just, yeah, you know, I'd like to get back on the grind. You know.
Yeah. I think Toy Slice may have hit up on a new topic for us next week.
Yeah.
Toy Slice says, I am still a big Transformers fan and I will hold on to what I have, but I am not inclined to buy much of the new stuff these days. Plenty of other figures outside of TFs that I'm getting into now. I think that's a really interesting topic. Is there anything, because I feel the same, I feel that sentiment, like I feel the same way. I still love Transformers. I love the stories, the comics, the movies. Shattered Glass is still near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta step away from, or not fully step away, but you know, when you feel like you're getting like taken advantage of, or whatever reason you have for limiting your interaction with that brand, right? So what has drawn, I guess we can talk about this next week, in terms of either toy lines or anything, you know, what has drawn you away and into that other line? So what line what line are you captivated by right now that you're putting like Transformers or whatever on hold?
I'm still balls deep into the Transformers, but I'm still collecting so many lines. Yeah, and it just, yeah, like I think like overwhelming of lines would be good to talk about too, and just trying to hone the collection. Like I said, I cherry pick no more of the generation stuff. We'll get into that, but you know, I still love it. But yeah, it's just, there's just so much, and the thing is, the dates we've talked about that don't hold up. Oh God, everything comes in at once. That makes it unfun no matter what you collect. So.
Oh man, yeah, because you can get hit anywhere between like, you know, $20-$30 to a couple of hundred, and then it becomes a scramble, you know.
And it's really fun, man. That's the thing about like this. It was supposed to be fun, this hobby, and I'd like it, you know. Like some of the figures are better these days from Hasbro. Some of them aren't. Like it's supposed to be fun though. Like, you know what I mean? It's not supposed to be like feel like a bill or you know, even if you have the money to afford it, it's still like, you know what I mean? It's just so much. Like when all they say it's coming out this day and it comes early and it's a scramble, like you said, it just makes it unfun, even if it's not a scramble, but it's just unfun, like just seeing it cash in. It's like, well, I wanted this to come out when it came out so I could enjoy it for a couple weeks to a month before the next thing, you know?
Right.
When it was more spread out and the dates hit properly, like a few weeks, a month or something sometimes could be different. But like, yeah, like just everything at once, every classified, every Transformer, every neck. It's just like, dude, like I used to like get it and actually have time to enjoy it, film it, even take pictures of it, Instagram it, story it, whatever. Now it's just, you know, I hate when it becomes a chore more than a hobby, you know?
Well, and then, you know, on top of that, like to add to that, like, you know, you end up canceling stuff that like you really wanted. You know, for me, they pushed back Mafex pushed back the Age of Apocalypse Cyclops and Weapon X, and so I had those two on pre-order with the Mafex Jubilee. And I was like, well, okay, you guys keep pushing this back, and now it's like it's stacked, right? Now it's like, now my bank account's gonna get hit for like, you know, $300+ right? So I had to cancel so I ended up canceling Weapon X and Cyclops because I knew that I'd be able to find those later on down the line. But you know, Jubilee's, you know, I kept on pre-order. And she's supposed to come out in like October or whatever, right? And because they kept pushing back the date, I knew, I was like, dude, I'm gonna get hit for, you know, $350 or whatever it would be for those figures, right? And so now, so it's like my level of excitement for those two figures I've had on pre-order for almost a year and a half.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't enjoy it. I can't get hyped about them or anything and kind of immerse myself, in the figures and, diorama building or whatever. When they get here, I have to hold off and wait, because it's that there's like a disappointment to that, and that kind of brings down brings it down, right? Because Medicom won't stick to their release schedule. They're Hasbro does the same thing. It's like when something's not supposed to come out, it comes out, and vice versa. And that's across the board. That's across every toy company. I've had was it Fans Hobby Deathsaurus on pre-order since 2021.
Oh yeah, and like even like Dan's or
Deathsaurus?
Yeah, it's a dinosaur, but yeah. Well, there's another guy. Who was it? Like have it on there from Big Bad. It's been on there for years. They never.
Yeah. And I pre-ordered him when he was $250, and now I think he's like $350.
Yeah, what was it?
And I'm like, dude, just release this thing already. I'm locked in at $250. That's why I haven't canceled the pre-order.
Yeah, I think it was actually Galvatron's been on there for years.
Yeah. So if anybody at Fans Hobby Jesus, I have to look it up. Look up the pre-order, get the Fans Project.
Yeah.
If anybody at Fans Project is watching, or somebody knows somebody at Fans Project, let me know when that Deathsaurus is coming out.
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny. I have some other stuff on there too. It's just like, what? But yeah, no, yeah, like I said, don't think of that. That's lots to play with in my mind, and then we can work on that. Talk about something like that next week, eh?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Well, guys, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Snooze day, yeah.
Next snooze day. And yeah, this episode of the Transformers, the State of the Transformers Fandom podcast. I fucked it up. It's okay. Has been brought to you by Danny Double D and me, the In-Dash PUT, baby. And I hope you guys enjoyed the show and sat down and let us rabble on. So enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Danny, take them out. Give them a positive message.
Yeah, no, thanks for everyone being here. The craziness of the world. It's always fun to have, even for a little low energy, and we're not just going in on the heat. It's still fun to be here with everyone and share our thoughts. Like I said, we don't make up the fandom, but every individual makes up the fandom. So if you don't love us and you can't stand them, then turn us off, and we won't be in the fandom. Kidding. But take care, everyone. Stay strong, stay safe, stay positive, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for joining us. It has been a pleasure. However, we must now conclude the program. We appreciate your viewership and apologize should we have inadvertently disrupted your evening. Please do not take any offense. We look forward to presenting another engaging topic next week, and we extend our gratitude for your continued support.